Today on the Bride Link, we're giving you 7 easy tips to help you for getting ready on your wedding day. Tip number 1 actually starts the night before your wedding day, and that's for you to get a good night's rest. I completely understand that you're about to get married, and so you might have some pre-wedding jitters, but at least making sure that you've made a plan for yourself to go to bed early and have some quiet time and be in a dark room, you're more likely to fall asleep than you would be if you're, say, doing your last minute wedding favor DIY idea until 3 o'clock in the morning. Make sure that you get a good night's rest because you've got a really long day ahead of you and it's going to be exhausting, but you want to make sure that you can enjoy every part of it. And if you're tired, you're not going to be happy. Tip number 2 is making sure that you have all of your important items all ready to go. So don't plan on packing anything up on your wedding day. You want to make sure that it's pre-packed at least the night before, so that way all you have to do is load up and head to the venue. Some venues will even let you bring the items the night before the event if they don't have another wedding. Making sure that you have all of your decor and setup materials already packed is an important part of making sure you're not stressed on the morning of your wedding. If you can put things together for, say, like the photographer, where everything the photographer needs to get those shots, such as your ring box, your invitations, the custom made programs that you might have. Everything they need is put together so you can easily hand over a box. If you're organized during your packing, it makes things a lot less stressful the day of the wedding. Tip number 3 is make sure that you have snacks available throughout the day. You might want to plan for breakfast, plan for lunch, definitely plan to have plenty of water on hand, especially if you're going to be doing an outdoor wedding. If you're drinking alcohol, it's even more important that you have food available throughout the day. The last thing you want is a hangry bridesmaids or groomsmen ruining your wedding photos. Another tip is make sure the bridesmaids and the mother of the bride are ready early. Put it in your timeline so there's plenty of time for hair and makeup to happen. And so worst case scenario, you don't run late, you just run on time. This also ensures that the bride herself, when she's getting ready, has people that aren't rushing around getting themselves ready and she's kind of forgotten. Because I'll be honest, sometimes a wedding dress is a little hard to get into and you're going to need some help. The next tip we have is to keep things clean. I can't tell you how many bridal suites I've walked into and it looks like an explosion of hairspray, hairbrushes, makeup, dresses, shoes, personal belongings, McDonald's cups, wrappers, anything that you could think of. And if you have these items in your bridal suite in the background of your photos, when you look back on your wedding day, you're going to see dirty champagne glasses, a McDonald's bag, makeup case strewn all over the place, and it really doesn't make for the best pictures. So encourage your bridesmaids throughout the day to do a clean sweep and get rid of any trash and clutter. That way it's not cluttering up your photos. Next tip is to make sure that you follow your timeline. And if you didn't know you needed a timeline, you most definitely do. Keeping on track with your timeline is the most important thing throughout the day because it ensures that all of the highlights that you want to hit happen. If things run behind, you might miss out on really important photos or moments that you had planned for. Making sure that you stay on time is one of the most important things that you can do. So running late usually starts in the morning with hair and makeup and makes everything run late through the rest of the day. So starting on time, that's why we say start early, and making sure that you finish on time is imperative to making sure your photography starts on time, which can be imperative to make sure your ceremony starts on time, which is imperative to make sure that the cocktail hour and reception start on time. Everything's connected. So make sure to pad extra time in your timeline so if you run late, you actually just end up being on time. The next tip is, if possible, when you're getting ready, find a place with natural lighting. Do your photographer a favor and find a place that has natural lighting so that way you get the best pictures possible. For more expert wedding planning advice, follow us at thebridalink.com.